about Hummer and Saturn, and we were going to I wanted to ask you a couple other quick questions. So if they take over, will they give it Hummer and Saturn different names? If you buy one of these cars, who's going to back the warranty on it? I mean, is it going to be a Chinese automaker backing the warranty on it? I mean, how does all that work as far as once this sale goes through?
Well, first of all, when General Motors still owns it,
Yeah.
they're going to back the warranty. So
Okay.
you would still take those Hummers to a General Motors. And even after the Chinese do, and the company's name is Sichuan Taijiang Heavy Industrial Machinery Corporation. Don't make me say it again.
Szechuan?
Sichuan Taijiang Heavy Industrial Machinery.
Studio, that's what it was.
But to make a long story short, it'll still say Hummer. It'll still be it's the same. It's a dealership group. You still take it to your Hummer dealer. And what's supposed to happen with Saturn now is that a Chinese automaker will buy Saturn. They will take over the General Motors plants or make a new one and continue at a Saturn dealership. So eventually, your warranty will still go to the Hummer dealer.
Okay. So will they change the name of these cars? I mean, are Saturns going to still be made as Saturns or Hummers? I mean, Hummer seems like a pretty
Hummer's a
strong
universal
name brand.
Right, it is.
I
And
mean,
the government still, that's another thing, the United States government still buys a lot of Hummers.
Yeah,
That's
I mean,
the
they use
main-
them in the field. I mean, so now we're going to, I mean, so at some point, if we were to go to war with North Korea, we could be buying the Hummers right there in town and just run over there into war, basically.
Yeah,
is what
but they
you're
probably
saying.
wouldn't, China and North Korea are very tight allies, and they probably wouldn't sell us Hummers. Somebody's got to think about that, too.
Yeah, see,
I
that's
hope somebody did.
I hope that's a long-term deal. Nobody even thought about that, I guarantee you. We're going to look back on this one and regret it. This one could turn out bad. We do have a question in our Everything Auto
All right,
mailbox.
let's hear it. Let's hit it.
And if you have questions, you can always email us at
everythingauto@hotmail.com.
just address them to Erick Wicklund from Town and Country Toyota. And this week, Erick, Jimalac777. If you want to put your name on these, that's great, because some of these names you guys use for accounts, I don't quite know how to say them. Toyota worked really hard to get to the #1 position in the market. Now it seems they're slipping in quality and sales as well. What do they intend to do to rectify this? Also, since Honda seems to be the main competitor for them, how do they intend to be more competitive or aggressive in pricing and leasing options?
Well, there's a lot, well, that's a good question. There's a lot of questions.
Yes,
so
there
let's
is.
take them one at a time.
Okay. The first part is, now it seems they're slipping in quality and sales as well. What do they intend to do to rectify this?
Okay, first of all, Toyota and Lexus are still within the top 5 of all automobile makes.
Okay.
I think what the emailer, I almost said caller, is questioning is the recall on the floor mats.
Okay.
And I think, as I pointed out last week, would you rather have a recall on an engine or a transmission or on a floor mat?
Yeah.
The
Right.
floor mat is really an incidental piece that every car has, and you could probably do a recall on every car that doesn't have aluminum pins instead of plastic pins. So that's my answer to that. Toyota has a good reputation and will always be a very reputable car that is of good value and will last a long time.
Well, those little pins have only been in cars for the last few years anyway, haven't
Yeah.
they? I mean, it's not like that. I mean, I can remember having a car 5 years ago that didn't even have one of those in it.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
I mean, I don't
Right.
see where that's that big a deal. I can understand, I mean, it seems almost like a polite thing to do to say, hey, we're sorry about that. We're going to fix that for you.
Well,
More
that's
than
what-
it is like something wrong with the car.
That's what we're doing.
Also, since Honda seems to be the main competitor for them, how do they intend to be more competitive or aggressive in pricing and leasing options?
Okay, first of all, when you look at the new entries like the Venza, it's all automatically lower than the Honda that it competes against. When you go Insight to Prius, Prius was lowered to be, even though the Prius has a better pedigree, more quality, more gas mileage, higher consumer reports rating, there's not a lot of insights. When you think green,
You think
like-
Prius?
yeah, you don't think Insight. Insight has actually changed their lines and their internal parts several times, where Prius is building on proven technology year after year.
Well, there you go. We're going to take one more quick break here, and then we'll be back with more of Everything Auto right after this.